Welcome to a bonus edition of Cubicle Chat with Kimmie,
Kesia,
and Renee.
Get up close and personal with us as we share our stories, thoughts, and shenanigans with you. So grab your favorite adult beverage, sit back, and enjoy our Cubicle Chat.
Five, 6, 7, 8. I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear it now because it's actually spring. That is why I'm singing that song. Hey there, friends. Welcome to another wonderful edition of Cubicle Chat with yours truly. This has been such a wonderful start to a spring season. I feel like something's been lifted in the air, like just lifted off our shoulders, it just feels good. A lot of great things happening, I say.
I think I know what lifted off your shoulders. Both of you lost or cut off a good 6-10 inches of hair
of our beautiful long locks of hair. We sure did. It was time for a change. It was time to feel good. I wanted to cut all the badness of 2020 away and start anew with a A-line bob.
No, it's so cute, Kimmie.
Oh, thank you. And yours too.
But you guys look really good. How do you feel after chopping it off?
Lighter, for sure. I feel like I'm not wearing a cape 24/7. Right now, I'm so used to running my hands through my hair and just caressing it, and now it's so empty. I feel the ghost of my long hair still lingering, though.
And I think that it's a good sign to get a new cut, beginning of a spring season, which is, what we're in right now, which also happens to be the beginning of the astrological season. So we're in Aries season, which is my birthday season. But it feels like new, even though I haven't cut my hair and I'm still at home and I haven't started anything new. I know that you guys have. And so why don't you share with everyone, what's been going on in your neck of the woods, guys? Because there's been a lot of change over this little few weeks time.
Yes, lots of new things happening, and I left Disney, and that's a new thing, and it is a big thing, but it's cool. I like it. It's very different than being at Disney and running around from place to place all the time.
Yeah.
And congratulations again on getting that new job opportunity. I think that's awesome, and the company that you're now working for just gained an awesome new member to the team. So congratulations. Woohoo!
Thank you. Yes, it's really cool, really exciting. And, I'm definitely going to miss all of my Disney fam because it's been 9 years. I had been at the company for 9 years. So it's been a long time. And I'm going to be sad to not work with all of you guys every day. But I'm going to still see you. Definitely you too.
We have this wonderful vehicle that we still travel on. But now, I'm just curious to know how, a year ago, because a lot of things have happened in the 2020 era, as we discussed last time we got together. How different, did you even think that you would be where you are now after that whole year passed by? Because it was kind of dark. There were moments of what's going to happen? We don't know. And here you are now, starting anew. Kesia, you've got a new gig, but Kimmie, you also went back. You went back to work, but it's like a rebirth because they're opening the park again, and there's other things happening. So, did you guys even think after the whole year that passed by, you would be where you are now?
No, because honestly, I totally thought we would still be closed. We'd be closed for another year. With the whole state of California not having much traction in the last few months until fairly recently, I honestly thought I was just going to be twiddling my thumbs, staring at the ceiling, But it feels so great to be back. I was furloughed twice, and being able to come back to the resort and being a part of the new event, a touch of Disney. I wanted to say a taste of Disney, a touch of Disney. It was great to welcome back a lot of our cast members. The company was hit hard when we lost a lot of our fellow teammates, and It was some were furloughed and some were unfortunately laid off. And so to see a lot of these cast members again, it felt like, it's home away from home and everyone's coming back, and so, it's great to slowly see the theme park populate again with cast members.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like a good thing, right? Like everybody, like it's been a time away and people can, I think, come back to work and be a little bit more appreciative. I think sometimes when people work in entertainment at a big company like Disney, they get stuck in the mindset of you don't have to do the hustle because you're not a freelancer, you're not a gig worker, you have a full-time job at one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world. So there's no way you could be affected. And obviously, we're all wrong. Mm-hmm. And I think that, now I think people will really start to, be appreciative for what they have and the work that they have, because, it's not every day that you get to do what you get to do at Disney. And there's so many good moments there. And I think it's really cool.
Now, what did you guys okay, so we're rebirth time. What have you learned? What do you experience? Like, what have you felt this past week that we've been in the spring equinox? Like, what have you guys been feeling other than like cutting your hair? Like what has that brought on? Because that's a big thing too. Like, what made you go, let me go cut my hair? And what feeling did you get after that? I'm interviewing the two of you guys now.
I was ready to cut my hair. You all know that from like 6 months ago. I've been saying, I need to cut this hair off.
I wanted to make this spring season, like this spring, the beginning of new things, and a lot of it was I was going to make this year the year I make bold moves. And so starting with this haircut, I snipped away something that, I've always been so used to having, and that was just long hair. It was my comfort zone. But, as a part of change, I figured, what, not only am I going to change how I do things, but also how I look. And that was first changing the image. And then, as I shift into this new project, my plans are to be more bold and to take more charge. I'm in this whole new mindset of change. Change is the word of the year. And I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, it definitely feels different. Like, I don't know if people will agree. I'm not saying that 2020 era is over. It's still going, but it feels like a lot of it has, shifted. Like there's an energy shift for sure. And I know it has a lot to do, I believe it has to do with the energies of the planets and what's going on in the astrological world. And so, we've had a new moon that was a few weeks ago that made us like really look at our internal selves and our relationships with ourselves as well. And now there's like this full moon that kind of encompasses it all, and we're sitting in it right now. This is the last day of the full moon, and so that has brought on some other energy that it just feels different for me. Even though I'm still at home, I'm still furloughed, I'm not working, but I've like gotten this energy to start doing things. So I've like finished my pantry, I'm cleaning my closet, I'm like doing all these things that I said I was going to do a year ago that I just couldn't move on those things. Like it was so lethargic. The year just felt like I just couldn't move. And the only exciting thing was this podcast and like thinking up of other creative ideas and stuff like that, but nothing that had to do with taking care of the things that I need to take care of before I have to go back to work.
But I think it's because, like everybody, like at least for the three of us, like we have end dates. Do you know what I mean? Like last year was so long because we didn't know how long we would be furloughed for. We didn't know if we would even be able to get to go back to work. And I think now that we have like this solidification of information, I feel like now we're like, we can make a plan. We know what to do.
Absolutely.
Let's get to work.
Yes, let's get cracking.
But what do you guys like about springtime? I like the weather.
I love the weather. I love the fact that it's my birthday season, so I'm really happy. Yes.
I am. Well, one, yes, definitely your birthday, but I just want everyone to know that this is my favorite time of the year because over at the McDonald's on Good Friday, fillet of fish is $2.
That's this Friday.
Yep.
It's every Friday during the season,
Friday.
though.
Every Friday during the Lent season.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, the first Friday of Lent, I went and got myself a filet of fish, I have to say. And my mom, who just, suffered a heart attack last year, and she's supposed to be on a diet. And I'm like, what do you want to eat? We can't eat meat. And she goes, why don't you go? I'm like, do you want to go get fish tacos? Oh, no, those are frozen. We can't have that. I'm like, okay, then what? She goes, how about some filet of fish? Is that at all? Does that at all make sense? And of course, I felt guilty on my drive there, but I did go back. I did go to McDonald's and buy myself. And she was like, and buy me two.
You know what, though? You got to treat yourself every so often.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just buy one. You got to have two.
You got to have two. They're so cute.
So we need all of our listeners to go on Friday and buy yourself a filet of fish and take a picture and tag us in it and let us see your love for the filet of fish.
On the Good Friday.
On the Good Friday.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man.
Renee, what are you looking forward to this spring?
Did you say love is in the air?
She just said it.
Oh, did she find love? Did you find love?
No, but my horoscope says I will.
There you go.
By the end of April, I should meet my match.
She's getting married, y'all. She's going to get married in the next few months. That's what's going to happen. This
That's what my horoscope says. It says that I am going to meet my match. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I needed to do research on you guys.
What does it say?
Well, for Leo, it says that you would be coming into new money.
I always love money.
That's the thing for you. And let me read up on Scorpio. Oh, you will have Venus in Pisces from the very first day of the month until March 21st. During that time, do something to upgrade your appearance in any way you like.
I upgraded. I cut my hair.
Have a new haircut, buy a stylish top or smart shirt for all the Zoom meetings. Choose a fresh scent perfume for women, cologne for men, and have a little fun getting ready for the new season. So,
dang,
that didn't happen before the 21st, but it happened around that time.
It happened
on it.
That is crazy. Wow.
What does yours say, Riri?
Yeah, we want to hear more about you.
Well, what I remember it saying was that was the main thing was the love thing. That's the only thing I remember.
Now it's time to find your soulmate.
Maybe it's just like coming, like loving myself, accepting myself for who I am. Letting that be. I don't know.
It's going to happen when you least expect it, sister. Kesia, note this, this segment right over here, this piece. Okay, friends, all our listeners out there, for anyone who knows any cool guys that are single out there, our dear and beautiful co-host, Riri here, is single. And we would love for her to go on a beautiful date with a handsome, responsible, respectable, honest, loving man who is handsome AF and is financially stable.
Must
career-minded.
We're gonna have to do a spin-off on dating.
I do feel like we started this podcast to talk about entertainment, and now we will end up talking about dating. Mm-hmm. And I think that's okay.
It definitely is okay. Because you know what? Talking about dating is entertaining. There's a justification
That's
right
true.
there.
That's true. They make plenty of entertainment shows based on dating. How
Exactly.
many
True.
shows have there been?
Exactly.
And wouldn't it be interesting to know like how entertainers like first of all find love and then sustain it? Because it's a task.
Yeah.
It's a task.
Yeah, it's a tricky little situation to figure out.
So yeah, if you guys know anyone that's single out there
No,
for our dear
stop
friend Renee,
That's not it.
just send us a message on www.rikikiproductions.com.
No. How about if people share their experience of spring and like what they have to share with us about the new season and how they are receiving the new season of spring, which is the new year, astrological year, as well as the new season, and 2020 era is almost a completion. People are getting their vaccines. They're still wearing their masks, hopefully, and things are getting better.
Renee summed it all up. Great job.
Good job, Riri.
Great job.
Anything to deflect from dating. Okay.
It's going to turn into a new dating show, and I think we should just embrace it.
Our friends, thank you so much for joining us on this bonus edition of Cubicle Chat. Stay tuned for next week with our next episode.